Journaling is something that I had tried a few times. If you look around my home, you will see a number of journals, all looking very attractive, with 1 or 2 pages filled out and the rest completely blank. I couldn't really work out what the point of it was until I made the commitment to doing it every day, and now I can see the point. So I had some experience with it because I, a few years ago, read a book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and that is an amazing book on releasing creativity, and she writes it for people who she describes as blocked artists. And the block really is our kind of scattered thinking. So basically what she suggests is you wake up in the morning, and before you've done anything else, you sit down and you write, I think it's 2 sides longhand of anything that comes into your mind. Doesn't have to have any order whatsoever. So I did this, and yeah, I found it really useful, because once I'd done it, I did feel that my mind had cleared a little bit, and I did feel able to be creative and produce creative work. So it worked for me really well. Now, when I do it now, I don't necessarily just write gibberish, if you like. But I have taken on the practice of doing it first thing in the morning, and there's a simple reason for doing that. So again, if you're anything like me, you'll wake up in the morning and the first thing you'll do is reach for your devices. And the minute you reach for your devices, you're kind of hijacking your own brain with notifications here and headlines here, and before you know it, your brain, your thinking has become very sort of labored, and you might find yourself in not a particularly resourceful mood. So the first thing that I do is start my morning practice. Journaling is part of that, and I use it now really I use it for self-exploration, and I use it to discover what it is I'm thinking about things. So if you had a chance to look at the last video about the 3 whys, that would be a perfect exercise to do if you're just starting the practice of journaling yourself. So generally speaking, I don't have a plan for what I write about, but what I discover after I've been writing for a while is that the writing takes care of itself, and I discover this authentic voice within my mind. And once I've kind of discovered that voice, that then allows me to plan my day based on my real priorities, rather than based on some random to-do list that I might have, or ideas that have come to me as a result of allowing myself to get involved with my devices too early in the morning. So at this point, I'm going to reference a couple of the other videos on my channel, particularly the videos about the 3 principles, the book Sweet Sharing, and also the one about job changing. So before I actually start writing, I read a couple of chapters of either Sweet Sharing or something else related to the principles. Why do I do that? Because I want to ensure that I'm grounded, and I want to ensure that I don't have a busy mind, that I'm calm, and I can actually focus on discovering my wisdom, what I'm really thinking and feeling. Actually, the video Abracadabra is relevant here, because I also speak out my, not affirmations, but declarations, the beliefs about myself that have come about through following that process, through the coaching program I've been doing. That's a really powerful way of self-authoring, in a way, self-creation every morning. And then finally, I'm going to reference the James Altucher book that I mentioned, and I come up with 10 creative ideas, and all of those things together will lead me into creating a really powerful set of tasks that I want to achieve during that particular day. So if journaling is something you want to try, the one thing I would really say is that you don't necessarily need all those extra exercises. You just need to have a commitment to do it, say for a week. Maybe just commit to yourself. I'm going to do this every morning, once a week, and I'm just going to write and see what happens. And honestly, if you do actually make that commitment, if you do actually show up every morning, you will gain the benefit. You will see the difference, and you will realize that this is something you can incorporate into your daily or weekly routine, and it'll be worth the investment in time.